Hello and welcome to GPTV on Tuesday the 12th of March. My name's Philip Kingston.
I'm Gary Peer. There's
Gary,
a bit of a squeeze to get that date out.
Are you feeling relaxed given the time off that you've just had?
Well,
Margaret River and all?
Well, Philip, you know, I'm always fact-finding on real estate to enhance our professional relationship and make sure our business runs better.
I'm not sure what your trip through Margaret River, what that does for improving the value of our business.
I think all those Margaret River clients, when they come to Melbourne, Philip, and they're thinking of buying, I'm going to have a greater level of empathy and understanding with their entire life and situation.
Sure, because they're coming over in 747 loads of Margaret River buyers that are coming specifically to our areas to invest in Melbourne River.
I'm glad you're onto it. You're onto it too. Yeah, that's why I did it. So we're both onto it. So
you've identified a niche, Gary, as you so often do. You've identified a niche and you've gone right to the nub of the source. You're incredible. So tell me, how was it?
It's a sacrifice I'm prepared to make for the benefit of our business.
I have actually two questions.
I was only there for a few days.
How was Margaret River?
Beautiful.
And does it compare at all with our incredible wine regions of Victoria?
Oh, it's every bit as good. I think got vast Felix. It's got many
Hang on a second. Did you say every bit as good?
Yeah, it is. Every bit.
What?
Of course
You think it's as good as the Mornington Peninsula?
Yeah, I do. Oh. Yeah, of course it is, Philip.
Okay.
It's Margaret River, Philip.
Do you know what?
But you can get Margaret River fever, and it can kill you. You know that, from the Margaret River bug.
I'm not looking to bag Margaret River, and I'm certainly not looking to bag
Philip,
Western
all
Australia.
those customers are coming across. Don't upset
But
them.
all I can say is
I've worked hard to bring them.
I reckon, as much as Margaret River is lovely,
it is lovely.
Nothing compares to the wine regions of Victoria and all of the amenities that we've got. Well, let's just start with the Mornington Peninsula, which is obvious. Have you been to Jackalope yet, Gary?
No, I haven't been to Jackalope yet, Philip, as much as I know Jackalope is the...
before you come back to Melbourne and come onto the show and kind of show off about, I've been to Margaret River.
Okay. So what you want me to
Jackalope, yes. So you really don't know what's going on in your own
asked me
backyard.
to do is now take a further and bigger sacrifice and spend some time over there for a few days. So for you, I'm prepared to go and spend some time in the Melbourne wineries as well. What I do for this business and for you is unbelievable. Philip, let's talk about last week, because we spoke last week. We promised the viewers, both of them, we promised them, Philip, that we would announce who the winners of the competition were.
Yes.
So go on.
So viewers, every week, if you have a coffee with us at any of our auctions, our two coffee vans, Gary, our gorgeous male and female and perhaps some gender-neutral people working on our coffee van.
Be careful what you say, Philip.
Just
got a lot of heat from last week.
Register your name and your phone number and your email address, and you go into the competition. And this week's winner is Gary.
Yes.
I'm very pleased to say it's a fellow by the name of Gary Friedman. You know who you are, Gary.
Good on you,
you will be contacted via email and your mobile phone to let you know that you are the lucky winner of 2 tickets to the Classic Cinema.
It's not the overseas trips? That's not that? No, that's good.
No,
Classic
we
Cinema.
haven't bought that in yet.
Yeah,
Classic Cinema,
That was 2016 when things were a bit better on the market. Phil, things are still pretty good, and 16. I think, look, things are still pretty good on the market though, Phil. We've got a smorgasbord of listings, but one of the things we also said we'd talk about this week was we said that we'd talk about the price guides and how they're adding reality to what properties are going for now. So let's talk about that.
Well, Gary, what you're referring to is there are two...
Statement of information price range.
There are 2 areas. There is when we list a property, we give the vendor an opinion of value, which can be no greater than 10% apart.
No, the government will not let you do that.
We then graduate to being required by Consumer Affairs to put out on display what's called a statement of information,
available on request,
which is an SOI. Now that statement of information can be the same as what is on the authority, or it can be higher, but it can be no lower.
Yes.
And this is where I think, Gary, that the general public don't understand. We can say to a client, we think your property is worth 1 million to 1.1, and that is what is written on the authority, but the statement of information might be 1.1 to 1.21
because that will indicate what the vendor may consider selling it for. So we're working very hard to get this all in some sort of order. The Victorian government, of course, put those laws out in May 2017.
And I've got to tell you, as much as the governments have brought in lots of needless and pointless legislation,
don't upset them further, Philip.
I think that this has been probably one of the greatest advancements in having the consumer happy with agent quotes.
To someone very eloquent, you got a bit tongue-tied during that statement. But,
No,
but
if you played that slowly for
I'll
a brain
go
like yours
rewind
to
it
kind
back,
of
digest it,
take it in, you'll see that it was very succinct.
I agree with you. It's one of
you
the
agree
good
with
things
me
that the
now?
government... Yeah, well, I don't often, but this time I do.
Yep.
I'm allowed to from time to time.
Yep.
Yes, you're right. The government did a good job with those ranges, and they've been battling with it for years. Mind you, also, I think there's a little bit of prices stopped going up as well, which also possibly has let things fall into line a bit more. So there's always going to be that dichotomy, I suppose, when prices go up, Philip, that it's going to get out of the range and out of the estimates. But
I'm not sure that you actually used that in the correct
Oh, yes, I did, Philip. Yeah, I did.
way that the word is designed.
Of course I did, Philip. No, I did. I used it. I juxtaposed it into there beautifully. Phil, what I want to ask and say also is, I want to talk about, in fact, is how much has prices come back? Because we had evidence 10 days ago, weekend before last, Philip. We have, and by the way, I hope everybody had a great long weekend and a Labor Day weekend.
Oh, so you're thinking now about the viewer, the people that are our raison d'etre, Gary, our raison d'etre, are the people, they're called the consumer. Without the consumer and without our clients, we have nothing, Gary. Well, so now after you've had your lovely time away in Margaret River, all of a sudden, 10 minutes into GPTV, all of a sudden you want to know how their weekend was.
Look, it wasn't all beer and Skittles, Philip. You know, some of the wines had a little bit of sourness about them. It wasn't that easy. Yes, well, I hope you had a good weekend. But Philip, we did speak the week before last, just correcting you. There were 2 properties that sold.
Yes.
And then we talked about in our sales meeting about a few others. And they were identifiably marked in terms of how much had come down. One of them was 14%.
Yes.
And one of them was 12%.
Yes.
And they were bought sort of 3 years ago and 18 months ago. So we can clearly see that the market's come back 10 to 15% over, I think, a widespread variety of properties.
So there is no question, viewers, we can really call it because we've now got enough real-time information coming in for sales that we made really in 2017, which was without question the high point of the real estate market.
It was,
So if you think about July 2017, 18, we're now into the early parts of 19, almost 2 years. Almost 2 years. We can see it's real. We can call it. It's a 10 to 15% price readjustment, which is typical, viewers. Typical. This is a normal cyclical readjustment.
And I sort of read an article the other day. It wasn't in the racing section either, Phil. And it talked about the fact that, well, it may well have come back 10 or 15%, but it went up 50% over 5 or 6 years. So you're still 30, 35% ahead of where you want to be in 2014. Now, some properties, and I think, and can I say this? Some agents have sold properties, I think, for far greater gaps of what they should have dropped to, I think. And I think
completely lost me so far.
Well, what I'm saying is there's a few situations where we've seen agents that have sold properties where I thought we could have got more and they probably dropped by 20 to 25 and even 30%.
So that's kind of a subtle dig or not so subtle dig at some of our competitors, Gary.
Well, I won't even say it's our competitors, but I have seen properties that I thought were sold for greater amounts less than that gap that we're talking about. Does that make sense?
That's that no one's buying that, Gary.
No,
people watching this are just going, you know what, unlike Gary to have such a low blow against some of our competitors.
I mean, I'm not usually the boaster of the two, it's usually you, but I have seen, I think today is a time where you do need to have all of the tools of a good agent on board, Phil. I'm going to have that little boast because I've seen the difference.
I'm with you on that, Gary. There's no question in more difficult times, it's the time that you want people with deep experience, lots of vigour and enthusiasm,
negotiation strength and skill,
of the technological skills and the infrastructure to be able to deliver the ultimate result. And the company that I'm currently thinking about is a firm called Gary Peer and Associates. Very lovely little commercial.
That was so subtly done, but Philip, I think it is. I think in the good times, people would say, well, the properties are selling themselves. Well, now not anymore.
Gary, just to move this along.
Hey, I've got this. No, I've got this. I've got some community service here.
We'll put that up on the screen in a moment.
We'll put that up here, Philip. It'll be a nicer shop than that, of course.
In one voice is
a Jewish Culture Street Festival, Philip. It's happening on the 17th of March on Sunday between 11 and 5 in Selwyn Street, Elstwick. So if you want to go down there,
it's an amazing festival.
There's
and
music.
You say it's a Jewish cultural festival.
Well, it is.
It's open to absolutely everybody.
You don't have to be Jewish to enjoy it. That's for sure.
And I can tell you, it's a fantastic day out.
It is a great day out.
So get behind it if you want to, and it's all free too, by the way.
Oh, well, the food's not free, but it's fantastic, Philip, because you can go down. I mean, it's free to go in and listen to great music and performers, and there's all sorts of different things going on. But you can go and get a falafel, or you can go and get probably schnitzel, or you can go and get all sorts of European and Israeli and Jewish style food, Philip. Anyway, it's a wonderful event.
The portions are going to be large, Gary.
Selwyn Street also. You probably won't get a drink there, but lots of food.
So let's talk about where we are at the moment, Gary, because where we are at the moment is unbelievable.
This is a mind-blowing property. We both walked in and had a big wow.
Here we are in Magnolia Street in Elsternwick with what I consider to be one of the best developments I've ever seen. And keep in mind, viewers, I cross the world looking at development. This is world class. The attention to detail, the finishes, the size, the architectural detail. This property was designed by Amnon Weber, and the developments outside the square are just really, they know what they're doing.
I never saw anything like this in Margaret River, I can tell you that.
And Gary, the interesting thing about this development is that it's 2 homes, and it was built by the developer so that he could live with his family in one of them. So this is a development that he wanted to be proud of.
Tell us a little bit about it.
Well, I've pretty much just spoken about it at great detail. If you were paying attention,
no detail.
Gary. You know, it's got even hydronic heating, which is the most beautiful heating to live with,
healthy,
but the most expensive to install, not to run. And that really just says everything. Some of the detail, like the glass walkway upstairs, is incredible. So shout out, you want to see an incredible property. Well done to architects, well done to the developers, and we are so proud to take this one to the market.
Cutting edge property, Philip. It's coming up for auction this Saturday, or this Sunday, I should say, Sunday morning. You do have the auction on us, Philip, and you're very lucky.
I am.
It's 10:30 a.m.
If you've got nothing
if
on.
I'm free, I'm going to come. I'll find out in a minute, Philip, whether I
you're
can be or not.
Sitting at home sampling Margaret River Reds.
I've got a Merlot to get through, Philip. It's a beautiful morning wine, but well, this is a great property.
Surprised you don't call it Merlot.
Fantastic. I did until recently, actually. Philip, I did. Philip,
let's be paid more to have to work with you. It should be a great share of the
it's
profits,
a pleasure. You should be doing it for nothing. Philip, let's talk about this weekend's of auctions. Can you believe that we have 26 auctions over 15?
Jump into them, Gary.
Over 15 suburbs, Phil. It's just unbelievable. It's a smorgasbord of fine property.
We're going to have to
just
run
loving it
Gary.
here. We've got 5 auctions at 10:30 a.m. Count them, Philip. 5 auctions. We're all out working our butts off. We're at 9 at 51 Kooyong Road, Armidale. Let's start there.
Love the position there. A great 1-bedroom, 1-bathroom, 1-car space apartment in a great location.
Lansdowne Road, Philip, one of our favourite streets, your first auction at 10:30 a.m.
Gary, the caption says not large but massive, and it is. It's a penthouse style apartment in a drop-dead fabulous location.
Newland Street, Philip, another favourite street. Aviv and Leo Samuel are going to be there.
Gary, we love these 1-bedroom, 1-bathroom, 1-car space apartments. Great for homeowners and investors.
My first auction at 10:30 is going to be in Bentley, in the fair shores of Bentley with Leon Guzenfitter. So excited to be at 9 Rosina Street.
Gary, 4 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms. It's just the most beautiful home, ready to move straight into. It's a bit of a showpiece.
Our 5th auction is being conducted by Simon Radolnik. What a great auctioneer he is. And that's going to be in Williams Road, Paran.
Check out those parquetry floors, and it does have what we are recommending you buy, which is an apartment with some land. We've got a courtyard, a deck, 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom and 2 car spaces.
You won't get the blues in this Hill Street, Philip. This is Hill Street, Bentley East, and we're looking forward to the auction there. We're going to be meeting Vish at 11:30 as part of our triple auction action on Saturday.
Plans and permits approved for 3 townhouses on a wonderful site of 737 square metres of prime Bentley East land.
St Edmunds Road, Paran's another fine address, Philip, and I know that you're going to be enjoying that auction because it's your kind of real estate there.
It is, Gary, and what an incredible video tour we've done on that property. I suggest you click on it. 3 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, 3 car parks, and you can be part of the Chapel Street Groove.
And another high quality town residence in Thomas Street, Brighton East is being auctioned by Leo Samuel, also at 11:30.
4 bedrooms, 3.5 bathrooms, parking for 3 cars, Gary, and what this property has that is unusual is it's got its own pool. So you've got the whole box and dust.
Love that. We've got a double auction action at 12:30, Philip. I'm going to be auctioning in Glen Huntley Road, Caulfield South with Joel Sir.
Gary, we've set open for inspection attendance attendance records at this property. 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, 2 car spaces, a rip snorter.
And it's part of our triple auction action. It is in fact on 12:30. Philip, we are going to be at 179 back in Thomas Street, just up the road. You're going to be auctioning this
3
one.
or 4 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, plenty of off-street car parking and wonderful land component and a gorgeous back room. Lots to love there.
Tell me, when will you be mine? Tell me. Wando, Philip. That one's going up at 12:30.
Nobody watching this show has anything,
that's not true.
any understanding of what
They
you're
do.
talking about.
Wando.
But once again, a fabulous home, 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, 1 car space, and the most incredible deck and beautifully renovated throughout.
And Jeremy Rosens, he's like the mayor of Wando Grove, isn't he? He
He
sells
is.
everything in that street.
He does.
1:30 double auction action. Philip, we're going to be at 35 Celia Street.
And
in
Gary, I
Bentley
might go down on my knees there.
Yes, you should.
And viewers, movie tickets to the first person that sends in what song that was.
Yes.
4.5 bedrooms, 2 beautiful bathrooms, plenty of car parking there, and a gorgeous home.
And that's if anybody's actually watching, Philip. Hey, talking about wines,
Yep.
I tell you where I went to that had great wines. It was Murrum Bateman. Do you know where Murrum Bateman
course I
is?
know where
That's
Murrum
not far
Bateman.
from where you hail from.
Cootamundra, it's not that far.
Yeah, and I thought Murrum Bateman, someone said, well, what's Murrum Bateman? I said, it's a combination of Murrumbina and Bateman's Bay. It's Murrum Bateman.
Excellent, Gary.
1:30 we're going to be in Murrumbina though, Philip, and Jack Slater is going to be involved in, well, he has been involved in handling that. Leo Samuel Auctions, busy boy.
2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, 1 car space, designer living there, Gary. Magnificent.
Leo Samuel at his 4th auction brings a curtain down on Saturday. He's a busy young man in Glen Huntley Road, Carnegie.
And what a great property, Gary. 3.5 bedrooms, 2.5 bathrooms, 2 car parks. What a beautiful home in a great location.
Philip, on Sunday we've got triple auction action at 10:30. We start off with Hammer Time in Hammerdale Avenue, St Kilda East, Jeremy Rosen's Auctions.
2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, 1 car space, 2 stories. Lots to love there.
Magnolia Road, the property we're in, Philip. I can't join you, I'm so sorry. I would love to be here, but I've got an auction myself at that time. This one goes off 10:30 Sunday.
Completely stunning. 4 bedrooms, 3.5 bathrooms, a lock-up garage, and everything that opens and shuts.
And I promise you, I'll run down as soon as the auction's over if I can get here in between my
Okay,
10:30 to 11:30 auction, Philip. But my 10:30 auction is in Nowron Road, another fine
And
address.
What a great property this is. It's a magnificent, massive apartment. 3 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, 2 car parks. That is just stunning. I love that style of real estate.
Triple auction action on Sunday, Philip, in Brigg Street. Leo Samuel auctions this fine property.
3 bedrooms, Gary, 1 bathroom and 2 car parks. Just what everybody wants, walking distance to the tram on Hawthorne Road.
Share some trivia with you, Philip.
Yep.
Leo's grandmother used to live in Brigg Street.
Excellent.
There you go.
I'm
Thought you might like to know that.
I'm sure
She may still live
everybody
there, I'm not
is
sure.
fascinated by that, Gary.
Philip, 11:30. We've got 2A Flower Street in Caulfield South. What a great looking property. We did do GPTV
we
from
did,
there.
Gary. Beautiful property. 3 bedrooms, 2.5 bathrooms, a lock-up garage, wrap-around courtyard gardens, and it's been renovated from the front door right through to the back fence.
You're on your own there, Philip, because I'm going to be in Tennyson Street in Elwood with Leon
That's
and team.
assuming it's not sold beforehand, Gary, but that's 2 or 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, a car space, and it's been beautifully renovated by the builder.
Renovated, Philip. As is this property in Alma Road, one of your, I think it's your 3rd auction. You are going to be a very tired young man.
No, Gary, I'm built for this sort of day.
And you love it.
A wonderful home, a really most gorgeous home of 5 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, plenty of off-street car parking for as many as 4 cars on 935 square metres of the primest of prime north-facing land.
Part of double auction action for Saturday, Philip. The other auction is Jeremy Rosen's auction of a property that Lemore's been handling in Grosvenor Street.
With gleaming polished timber floorboards, 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms and a lock-up garage. I love that location. Walking distance to the best of Melbourne's amenities.
At 1:30 we've got double auction action. We start off with this one in Bamber Road, 173. What a great looking property.
Gary, I like the headline because it really describes your personality. You're it says a classic charmer with endless possibilities.
There you go,
which
Philip.
is a bit like you, really.
It
2
is.
or 3
I'm happy with
bedrooms,
that.
1 bathroom, a lock-up garage, plenty of land, 672 square metres of magnificent land with an Art Deco home.
Well, Philip, in Lock Avenue we have a fine example of a classic home. It's at 1:30 and you're going to be auctioning that
Gary,
property.
if you love the 60s and 70s like I do,
Yep.
5 bedrooms, 3.5 bathrooms, double lock-up garage, north-facing back garden, swimming pool and some of the best features of its eras, including those 2 magnificent doors in the lounge dining room.
Now, I think this is maybe your 5th auction on Sunday, but it does bring down the curtain on a busy weekend of 23 auctions, Philip. We're going to be in my old street.
Best thing that ever happened to Allison Road, Gary, was you, Hannah, and your delinquent children moving out. The values went up immediately. This is a great property because it is 4 bedrooms, 1.5 bathrooms, plenty of car parking on a wonderful parcel of land that also faces north, 691 square metres. Gary, I've got to tell you, I've never been more excited about an auction weekend than the diversity and magnificent real estate that we're selling. We are blessed.
We are.
Shake my hand and let's just say we are just so lucky to be entrusted with some of Melbourne's best real estate.
And we just want to thank all those people that have given us those 23 properties to sell, Philip, because it's very exciting to be trusted with such fine homes.
It is, Gary, and I've got to tell you.
We love you. Thank you.
We are absolutely committed to making our real estate agency even better than it is. Our commitment to all of our clients today and moving forward is we are always striving to raise the bar and improve so that we can serve you better.
That's a very nice policy statement there, Philip. It's true. Actually, it's one of those few times that I actually agree with you wholeheartedly. That's a big wrap on GPTV, Philip, for a very, very busy weekend. After the long weekend, of course, a little bit of excess in terms of opportunities and volume of properties. We look forward to seeing you out on the weekend at our coffee van where we're giving you prizes for just putting your name down. We're giving you wonderful tickets to the movies. Thanks for tuning into GPTV. I'm Gary P.
I'm Philip Kingston. Have a fantastic week.